Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes,
please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
We'll go after. Is it on right now?
The final match day of the USL League Two regular season dawns upon Raventech Park in Leesburg, Virginia, as Loudoun United FC2 take on Northern Virginia FC. There are still 4 teams left in contention for the last playoff spot from the Chesapeake Division, and Loudoun United is one of them. But they have the lowest chance out of the 4 teams in the hunt, and before they can worry about all the outside commotion, they must take all 3 points tonight from a Northern Virginia FC side, which, despite posting a 5-3-5 record and a respectable 18-point tally, sits 3rd from the bottom in the Chesapeake Division. Good evening, everybody. This is Gesar Ngakpo, alongside our entire DMV Sports Media crew, welcoming you into our coverage of USL League Two soccer here on Sports Engine Play. Loudoun United FC2 wearing white shirts, Northern Virginia FC in pink shirts for this matchup tonight. Let's get the starting lineups for both of these two teams. For Loudoun United, Sidney Agri, Virgil Delagnol, Alexander Diaz, Braxton Hayes, Abdul Kamara, Paul Katende, Justin Melly, Christian Moore, Osanachi Onwudiwe, Owen Rich, and Oliver Wang. For Northern Virginia, Diego Avalar, Ryan Conti, Luis Fuentes, Alexander Garrison, George Calaf, Gage Lyons, William Mahoney, Chris Niblock, Aylin Penton, Kieran Raddick, and Henok Taylorhood. So the playoff scenario in the Chesapeake Division as it stands, currently it is Lionsbridge FC, already division champions. They clinched the title a while back. As we mentioned, there are 4 teams in contention for the last spot in the playoffs from the Chesapeake Division. That includes Virginia Beach United, who play Patuxent at Patuxent. Bethesda SC, 3rd place. They're taking on the Annapolis Blues in Annapolis. And the Charlottesville Blues, they take on Lionsbridge at Town Bank Stadium. Virginia Beach United currently with 24 points, 2nd place in the division. Bethesda SC and Charlottesville Blues tied at 23 points. Loudoun United, 22 points so far. Those are the 4 teams that are in the hunt. As far as Loudoun United FC2's playoff scenario is concerned, they need to win this game against Northern Virginia FC and then hope and pray that Virginia Beach United draws or loses, Bethesda draws or loses, and Charlottesville draws or loses. So they will need everything working in their favor tonight. But of course, they need to put away the visiting Northern Virginia FC side that did not take a long time to get here. Secker Field is quite near to Raventech Park. Both are in Leesburg. All set to go here. Loudoun United FC2 in white shirts, kicking left to right of your screen. Northern Virginia FC in pink shirts, kicking right to left of your screen. Should just be about ready to get it underway. And off we go. Gage Lyons kicks us off, and we are underway for the final match day here at the USL League Two regular season. Gesar Ngakpo here with our DMV Sports Media crew, our cameraman Rashid as well with us, as Northern Virginia trying to get an attack going, but they can't. This is Braxton Hayes the other direction. That's been iffy, and the linesman will call a goal kick. Loudoun United coaching staff not happy with the early decision. Pleasure to have you with us here on Sports Engine Play for this so decisive matchup. Alexander Garrison, that's given away. Abdul Kamara, given away. John Balky Fuentes tried to send it forward but couldn't. Owen Rich, Diaz. Loudoun United FC2 in their first season in the USL League Two. They were previously a UPSL side with the Virginia Revolution, and then they basically merged with Loudoun United to create this USL 2 side. Much of the talent that you see here is from the previous Virginia Revolution side, as that ball is given away by George Kalaf. And Alexander Garrison is down for Nova. He's taking some time to get up, and he does. Braxton Hayes able to turn away. Melly to the far side, trying to get it there to Braxton Hayes, but couldn't. Excuse me, not Braxton Hayes. Osinachi Onwudiwe was the intended man. Near perfect conditions for a game of footy here at Raventech Park. Definitely cloudy above, but rain is expected to probably happen after the game as Gage Lyons is trying to attack here for Nova. Lyons still. Kieran Raddick to the far side. We'll take on Hayes. His cross in. That's loose in the air there from Justin Melly. And Loudoun able to get away from it. That's a heavy touch that's given away. Deep shot that was blocked there by Justin Melly again. Rich trying to play. Several giveaways to start off this ball game. Long ball lofted over the top, well read. Bit of confusion in the defense, and that's the force to be cleared off. Raddick trying to head it away. Lyons, no foul call there. Controlled there by Onwudiwe. Up in the air still. Onwudiwe trying to pursue that ball, and he does. Forced back though, and a foul called. See there Onwudiwe pushing that Nova man, and so Nova will build from their own back line. So Nova throwing. Lions trying to turn away. Able to be read there by Virgil Del Agno. Played back for Oliver Wing. Raddick trying to head over there. Foul called. It's the foul in question. You see a bit of a harsh tackle. Garrison was the man who was down. Let's have you with us here on Sports Engine in a game that is so very crucial for Loudoun United. It must win tonight for any chance to be in the playoff picture. Taken in by Raddick and headed away. Lions tried getting to that. That's going to go out of play. Nova will keep it in the Loudoun half. Ball keep. That'll be a goal kick. William Mahoney. Penton. Mahoney far side. Going to play it down the line to Lyons. Could not do so. That stopped though. It's up in the air. No handball called here. Christian Moore. Down the line. Over the top. Good stop there by Ryan Conti. Loudoun trying to get it back on it though. Good tackle by Mahoney to keep it away. Conti under heavy pressure. Mahoney will try and turn away. Relentless pressure from Loudoun's press. That's a foul for a push. Kalaf. Tillahun. Over the top, and that's a clear offside. Chris Niblock trying to attack on that far side, but couldn't. Opening stages of this USL 2 regular season match between Loudoun United FC 2 and Northern Virginia FC. Once again, Loudoun United in white shirts kicking left to right. Nova in pink shirts kicking right to left. That's a throw in here for Loudoun United. That's off the foot of Kalaf, and Loudoun will have another throw in. Just played through. Tillahun stopped it. That's a clear push. Clear grab of the shirt from behind, but he's able to get out of it anyway. Niblock far side. Mahoney's making a run. Trying to play it through for Gage Lyons. It's offside just barely. Lyons just by a centimeter. Onwudiwe. Onwudiwe will try it from distance. Penton has to dive to there. This is Gesar. Who's Nova's number 15?
For which team?
Nova. No foul called there. Centered pass, and that's cleared off by Radek.
Legal lineup, forfeit.
Niblock. That's given away. That's iffy. Ankle breaker on Penton. Golden opportunity. Blocked and in there. Huge defensive miscue from Nova. And Abdul Kamara cashes in.
I don't know how to run it again.
There's the shot from Kamara you see there, and Conte caught a deflection off of it. So too did Henok Tilahun as he tried clearing off the line. So it's Loudoun 1, Nova 0. Tilahun. Conte. Lofted over the top, and Panton will deal with it.
Hey, Pat.
What's up?
Garrison trying to turn away from Paul Katende. It's going to be a corner kick. Good defending from Katende. Good push from Garrison. Okay. Excuse me, just to make sure, Michael Radomski is wearing the 15 shirt instead of the 19 shirt. Out of play there from Khalaf. So there's a bit of a change-up. A bit of a last-minute decision. Michael Radomski is starting. He is wearing the 15 shirt instead of the 19. John Balke is not here today. Agri tried flicking it forward. No foul call. That's turned over. Agri with pressure on Radek. Tilahun. Conte. Over the top there, trying to get to Khalaf, and not able to. Kamara able to get past. Relentless pressure from Radomski. Near side is Diaz. His cross lofted in. Panton able to catch it. Not much support forward here for Nova. They're just going to go to the far side with Chris Niblock. Fuentes. Tilahun. Radek over the top. Trying to play a through ball in for Garrison. Katende collides with him, but Garrison able to get to it. He falls down. That's a foul. There you see there. Hip cleared to the shin of Garrison. Nova will have a free kick from good proximity. It's been at 15 of 45 of the first half. Khalaf and Radomski standing on this ball. We'll see who takes it. Two-man wall here for Loudoun. Plenty of options in the box for them. It's Radomski's free kick. That's loose in front. Radek trying to get there. Little slip there from Niblock, and Loudoun are in transition. Two men in support possibly. That's nicely read by Fuentes. Patton gave it straight away to Hayes. Hayes trying to play it forward. Got it there to Onwudiwe. Hayes again. Trying to collide there with Radek. Good ball in here. Loudoun could be In for a second, but Penton able to stop it, as it was intended for Diaz for the Chets. "16 minutes gone." Game clock saying 12 minutes gone. Conti forward. Radomski trying to send it down the line. Lions on the run there from Melli. Good poke away by Melli, but Lions able to get to it. Double team pressure arriving, able to slide it through there. That got a deflection. It's up in the air for contention. Niblock trying to get two there. Headed away by Christian Moore. Lofted back in. Foul against Loudoun in the Loudoun half. Coaching staff not happy with the decision. Khalaf. Garrison open. Radek. Good ball in. Mahoney edge of the area. Trying to square one in. Header from Lions, and it's gone in! Just got past Wang. We're tied at 1. See there, great service from Mahoney. Wang caught off guard as he was trying to defend his near post, and Lions beats him. Gage Lyons with 9 goals on the season. He is now Nova's leading scorer as he overtakes Otu Besong, who is not here tonight either. Gage Lyons doing what he does. Last season's Golden Boot winner. Hasn't been the season that his club would have hoped for this year, but they are putting up a fight. And just goes to show how stacked the Chesapeake division have been all years. That ball intended for Kamara, not able to get to him. Too much power on that delivery. Loudoun. Khalaf. Conti under heavy pressure, able to get it away. Mahoney. Fuentes. Radek. Khalaf. Think. Radek at the center circle. Radomski. Tilhun trying to cross it in. Khalaf wide open. Khalaf defended there by Katende. That's a corner. Taken short, Radomski trying to play it in. Lions attempting to turn. Heavy pressure on him. Goes to Radek. Played back in for Lions. Up in the air. Khalaf. It's a bit loose. Radek able to get it away from Kamara. Played down the line. Good through ball here for George Khalaf. Squared up, and there was no one there. Might have been an offside possibly because the Nova man was, in fact, in the goalkeeper's area. Played back in by Fuentes. Ankle breaker there. Backheel attempt from Lions to Khalaf. Nova recycle and keep it going here. Niblock trying to turn. Conti to Radek. Mahoney. Niblock on the far side. Chris Niblock, a strike that's saved there by Wing. Punched away, and another corner coming up for Nova. 21 minutes gone. Here between Loudoun and Nova. High ball in there. And going to go for nobody. Radomski tried his best to get to it, but he had no chance. And Wang will send in the goal kick as long as support arrives. Dalagnol, excuse me. Not Del. Agri. Dalagnol under pressure. Kamara. Pressure there from Kalaf. So too from Garrison. Dalagnol. It's a bit loose. Fuentes able to win that ball back. He falls down. No foul called. Loudoun back in transition. And that's given straight away to Mahoney. Radomski. Tilahun. Through ball for Garrison. And Kamara lost his footing there for a bit, and that's given away. Tilahun. Over the top, possibly for Lions, as he collides with Dalagnol. No foul called there. Dalagnol trying to send it in. Heavy touch there from Diaz. As Owen Rich trying to send it back in transition. Headed away by Mahoney, and that's out of play. Dalagnol. Agri. Crunching tackle. No foul called. It was clean. That's up in the air from Radek, and that will be out of play. There was a whistle. It's going to be a handball on Loudoun, as Radek tried clearing it out, or rather sending it over. And referee just making sure that they don't get too hasty. So Conti will get us back. Tilahun. Radek. Played forward for Garrison. Kalaf trying to make a run. Too much. Apparently. Garrison not happy with the run. Minute 25 of 45 in the first half, as that's out of play, and a Loudoun throw-in. Last touch by Radek. Melly to the far side. Moore. Rich. Gonna play it forward. Fuentes, a nice tackle. Throw in taken quickly. Up in the air from Fuentes. It's going to fall for Kalaf. Garrison. Radomski, as space opens up. Trying to play a through ball in for Lions. Couldn't find the angle just quite. Dalagnol. And nice screen there from Conti. Speaking of which, he gets the pass. Tilahun. Conti. Garrison trying to turn away from pressure. Over the top, that's a good ball. Gage Lions, one-on-one opportunity, saved by Wang, point blank. Melly able to get it off. Hayes in transition. Stopped by Mahoney. It's up in the air. Niblock attempting to control. That's iffy. That's going to be a Nova throw. Mahoney taking it quickly. Lions. He gets the pass from Niblock. Mahoney couldn't get to it. Cesagri tackled away. Put back in, and Nova will recover in their own half. Now we've got a stoppage of play with Oliver Wang. Oliver Wang will be taken care of. That was a crucial point-blank save on Gage Lyons. He is currently being checked. Trainers just making sure that Wang is completely fit, and they will most likely need him. Tied at a goal apiece. In a game that is ever so crucial for Loudoun United. As of right now, as far as the playoff picture is looking, Loudoun United FC2 trying to win against Northern Virginia. But as of right now, the situation for Bethesda, Charlottesville, and Loudoun, they need to hope that Virginia Beach United will either draw or lose against Patuxent at Patuxent if they want a chance at the playoffs. But right now, Virginia Beach United currently leading Patuxent 2-0 at St. Mary's Rickens High School over in the other side of the Potomac River. And if that result is to hold, Virginia Beach United would go through to the playoffs, and Bethesda, Charlottesville, and Loudoun would all be out regardless of how their games go. Reason why there are only two teams from the Chesapeake Division is because, according to the USL League Two official playoff rules, there should be two teams from both the Chesapeake Division and as well as the South Atlantic Division. There's another team from either one of those divisions, third place from the Chesapeake Division or third place from the South Atlantic Division. All teams that are in contention for the next spot, for the two spots rather, in the South Atlantic Division, they have higher points per match average than any of the teams in contention for the Chesapeake Division race. So regardless of what happens, South Atlantic Division will have 3 berths in the playoffs. The Chesapeake Division will only have 2 berths in the playoffs. And as right now, Virginia Beach United, currently second place in the division. They lead 2-0 against Patuxent. And if Virginia Beach United is to win against Patuxent, it does not matter what happens in the game with Bethesda, Charlottesville, or here at Loudoun. Neither of those 3 will make it to the playoffs, as that's somehow going to be onside here for Agri, and he skies it way out of here into the barn. That was a horrible miscue from Sidney Agri. It was point blank, and he just skied it. And surprisingly enough, the flag stayed down the whole time. Nova able to get out of it. My monitor died. So Loudoun could definitely have wanted to do something a bit different there. As that play down the line, that's a good ball from Niblock, possibly, but that's well stopped. Intended there for Mahoney. Wang, little backheel attempt there by Rich. That's not going to go anywhere. Loudoun in his own half now. Loudoun. Barely got it there. From Conti to Loudoun. Over the top there. Long ball in for Garrison. Took a heavy touch, and that's not given away. Nice run by Khalaf to poke it away from Kamara. Trying to turn there was Fuentes, and Loudoun will just give it back to Radic. Niblock on the far side. Going to take him on. Garrison trying to make a run. Can't do it. Just to give you a gist of what is happening currently, right now there are 4 other matches taking place as of right now in the Chesapeake Division. In three of those matches, there are 3 teams that have a possibility of making it to the playoffs. But right now, the game that every team is paying attention to, other than, of course, the games they're playing right now, is the one between Virginia Beach United and Patuxent. Currently, Virginia Beach United lead Patuxent 2-0. If Virginia Beach United is to win that game against Patuxent, it does not matter what happens. Virginia Beach United are through. Bethesda, Charlottesville, and Loudoun United will not make it, regardless of what happens. So they are all 3 of those teams are relying on Virginia Beach United to not win. But right now, that's not happening right now, as that's played over the top from Radic. Niblock is there to make the run. Defended by Christian Moore. Niblock still trying to go in, all the way possibly, and that was really iffy. Came off of Dalagnol. Dalagnol just talking to Wang, saying, I had to do it. And Radomski was right there. Could have been as bad of a defensive blunder as the opening goal for Loudoun, but they'll be able to get out of it. 4 now, of course. Corner kick coming. Radomski from the left corner. In swinging ball in, begging for a header. Multiple players down in the area. No foul called for either team. And that will roll in for a goal kick. Other matches other than this and Virginia Beach Patuxent. Bethesda SC, 3rd place in the division, visiting the Annapolis Blues. Charlottesville Blues, 4th in the division. They're visiting Lionsbridge, who have already clinched the other playoff spot because they have already clinched the championship for the Chesapeake Division a while ago. Glad to have you with us here on Sports Engine Play. Gesar Ngakpo alongside our entire DMV Sports Media crew for some USL League Two soccer here at Ravensheck Park in Leesburg, Virginia. Other than, of course, the clouds above, it is perfect conditions for a game of footy, and that is a clear push from the side from William Mahoney, which will result in a free kick for Loudoun. Rich, Dalagnol, Diaz, Dalagnol again, edge of the center circle. Katende has done quite well, actually, for the defense. Good turnover there. Garrison playing it forward. Lions able to turn away. Support arriving possibly. Gage Lions under heavy pressure. Lions saved by Wing. Cleared off for now from Dalagnol. And Loudoun able to get out of it again. Oliver Wing with some clutch stops so far in this first half. And Loudoun trying to get back in transition. Kamara the other direction. Play to the far side. Onwudiwe trying to attack in. Diaz. That's cleared off by Conti, and that'll be a Loudoun corner. Loudoun 1, Nova 1 for those of you joining us here. Not sure what the DMCA policy is for Sports Engine Play live streams, but Either way, it is a corner kick for Loudoun. Virgil Dal-Agno will take it. High in swinger. Penton had it loose, and he's able to catch it. Not much support there for Nova. Forced back to Radomski. Lions is making a run as he gets it over the top. That's too much. Wang on his own now. Rich. Trying to play through ball in. That's a good one for Kamar, who's able to get to it. Support arriving in the area. Kamara's cross in, loose, and that's good defending from Mahoney. Diaz fanned on the shot, back heel attempt, cleared off by Taylor Hood. Garrison trying to put it back in, that stopped. Kamara trying to turn away to make a run. Double team pressure, back heel there to Katende. Dal-Agno to the far side. Good touch. Dal-Agno again. Diaz got past the tackle. Good header there by Dal-Agno. Lions under pursuit, and that is going to be straight back to Wang. Wang not happy with how Loudoun are trying to build up their counterattacks. Control it in the midfield as well. Wang is instrumental as that is onside here for Agri. Awkward handling, but he's able to keep control, and he skies it again. Head coach Kareem Sheeta for Nova. Not happy. Taylor Hoon again from the Nova back line. Mahoney. Down the line for Niblock. Looking for options. Radek. Kalaf. And swinging cross in. It's going to go for no one. Picked back up by Niblock. Chris Niblock. Kem to Fuentes. Cleared off there by Katende. Mahoney. Radomski. Mahoney now. Good tackle there from Dal-Agno. Diaz. Radek trying to get to that ball. Radek trying to send it forward, and Garrison or Lions was not able to time their run. 40 minutes gone by in this game. That's over the top. Flag stays down for Loudoun. On Wudiwe, edge of the area. No penalty. Penalty! Penalty kick for Loudoun. Mahoney will pick up the foul. Another look at the foul. Not too much contact.
If you light those in here, you will be asked to leave. Smoke-free facility.
Fans wanting to light flares. In the stadium. Virgil Dal-Agno standing upon this penalty kick against Dalen Penton. Scores! Penton sent the wrong way. Loudoun 2, Nova 1 is the scoreline at the moment. Virgil Diagonal, usually the leading assister for the club. He has gotten one for himself here. So Loudoun 2, Nova 1 is the scoreline at the moment after a controversial no call, what could have been an offside. Not so much for the penalty call because there was contact from Mahoney. Nova trying to get back at it again. Advantage called there as Niblock able to turn away from the pressure. Nova trying to get back at him. In comes the cross in. That falls there for Rich. That's given away, though. Mistimed communication. Garrison's cross in, up in the air from Lions. Radek trying to get back to it, and he does. Fuentes trying to get away, but couldn't. Dallagnol will clear it off. Loudoun and trying to make a run there as that's flicked on by Agri. Kamara will get to that ball. Pressure there from Loudoun. Kamara able to stay on his feet despite the relentless pressure as they battle all the way to the corner. And that is going to be a goal kick, and we've got a bit of altercations after. We've got slight bit of tempers flaring. So Nova will once again build up from their back line. Penton. Loudoun. Barely played in for Radek. Garrison. Trying to play it through for Fuentes, edge of the area. Good defending there from Katende, who has been great tonight for Loudoun so far. That's up in the air from Agri. That's a heavy collision. That's a foul going for Nova against Loudoun as Agri and Radek collided. Loudoun. Conti. Niblock. Nice turn away from Onbuide. Radomski playing it back for Niblock. In-swinging ball in, cleared off by Katende again. Radek trying to put it back in play. Up in the air from Kalaf. Will fall for Kamara. That is out of the stadium, and an overthrow. Garrison. Down low. And that's going to be a foul on Loudoun for a push on Dallagnol by Fuentes. We're past the 45 minutes here at Raventech Park. 2 minutes of stoppage is signaled by our fourth official and also via walkie-talkie communication. Mahoney. It's foul.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time.
Kareem Sheeta not happy at all. in the slightest. That's a clear offside. That's blocked there from Agri. Conti. Radic. Tilahuna long ball in. Tende able to get to it. Kalaf on Kamara. Down the line. That's a clear offside again. Two men were offside for Loudoun that time. Could have gone for anyone. Radic over the top. It's a good run there from Niblock on the far side. Edge of the area he goes. It's still Chris Niblock that's off of Rich. And Loudoun able to get out of it again. That was a really good run from Niblock, speeding. As that's halftime here at Raventech Park. Loudoun United 2, Nova 1 is the scoreline at the moment. Halftime here at Raventech Park in a game that is so crucial for Loudoun United 2 if they even want a chance of making it into the playoff picture. A must-win situation for them. Not only that, they need a lot of help from many other games in the Chesapeake Division. Gesar Ngakpo here with our DMV Sports Media crew. We'll take a halftime break. We'll see you at the other side of the half.
Lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider that brings the power to you by putting community first. We purchase power from PJM, the largest wholesale power market in the United States, before we deliver it to your home without marking up the cost. As supply and demand cause price changes, Novec is committed to keeping the lights on for our members. Because it's not just about ensuring you get safe, reliable power for the best value, but because as a member, you have a voice. Visit Novec.com to learn what's behind your rates, see your membership's real value, and take control of your energy costs. Northern Virginia Electric Cooperative is a member-owned electricity provider.
Welcome back to Raventech Park in Leesburg, Virginia for USL League Two action between Loudoun United and Northern Virginia FC. Loudoun United in white shirts. They're kicking right to left. Northern Virginia kicking left to right in pink shirts. Look at the scores from all across the Chesapeake Division. Hill City FC 1, Virginia Marauders 0, Charlottesville Blues 0, Lionsbridge 1, Bethesda SC 0, Annapolis Blues 3, and most importantly, Virginia Beach United 3, Patuxent 0. Virginia Beach United currently leading against Patuxent. If that result is to hold, Loudoun United FC have no chance of getting into the playoff picture. Obviously, that goes without saying. That Loudoun have to win this game in order to have a chance at doing so. Right now, they're leading 2-1 off a mistake, off a defensive mistake, which Abdul Kamara turned in, and then one off a controversial penalty decision, preceded by a controversial no call for what could have been a possible offside. Virgil Del Agnol converted that penalty, and of course, the equalizing goal earlier by Gage Lyons. 2-1 Loudoun United as we're underway in the second half here from Raventech as Radomski heads it away. We'd like to make a correction. Number 13 was not Ryan Conti. Number 13 is being worn by Diego Avalar, who was listed as 17. We don't know what happened with the kits. Might have been a problem with the kit transportation, but regardless of what happens, this ball game is well underway as that's going to be offside on Agri to start it off right away. Radek at the center circle. Tilahun. Long ball over the top. And that's going to go out of play for George Kalaf. It's one back by Nova. Long ball over the top from Tilahun. It's going to fall for Radomski. Too much and taken away by Hayes. Kamara trying to turn, couldn't get there. Lions. Niblock near side. Mahoney making a run in from behind. Still Niblock. Played forward for Fuentes, and that is going to be a corner. Or no, did they say a goal kick? Take a look at the replay. There was definitely a shout for both. Let's see. Referee thought Fuentes had the last touch. Fuentes thought Melli had the last touch. Definitely a good chance of appeal for both sides. Can't really blame for that decision. 3 minutes gone here at Raventech Park. Is Loudoun trying to attack? That's a clear foul. Andrew Hartman is in goal, in place for Aylin Panton for the second half. Northern Virginia effectively have nothing to play for. They've already missed on the playoffs, as that's a foul going against Christian Moore for contact on Niblock, and he is still down. Take a look at the replay, and that is a nasty collision right to the back of him. Arm of Moore colliding right with Niblock. He is taking time to get up. Luckily, he is walking on both feet. So free kick here for Nova, taken by Mahoney. This is Radic. Niblock under a double team. Mahoney. Taylor Hood. Garrison forced to give it back. Pressure arriving there. Taylor Hoon just able to get it. Back heel from Fuentes. Back to Taylor Hoon. Radic leading the counter. Nicely headed away by Katende. That's going to go the other direction there with Kamara. Sent down the line. Agri trying to deliver it in. Diaz point blank. And that was too much of a touch. Not the best of touches for Alexander Diaz, and Hartman able to stop it in his tracks. Mahoney in transition to Niblock. Nova on the attack as Niblock enters the area. That's loose. Mahoney tried to get there. That's cleared off now by Moore. Tilahun. That's an awkward deflection. And a free kick signaled for Nova that's taken right away. Radic. Tilahun. Long ball over the top. Put back in. Garrison. Trying to turn there. No offside called there. Nicely poked away by Katende, who has had a stellar day today. Garrison onside. Trying to deliver it in off of Delagnol. Radomski back up in the air. Headed off by Melli. Diaz up in the air. Lyons couldn't get the touch. Rich fend on the clearance. Lyons through ball in for Niblock. That is not enough. And Lyons not happy with how he tried to pass it as he raises his right hand for an apology. Oliver Wang, as always, very audible with his teammates. Not too happy on how Loudoun defended that one. That's one back, though, and given straight away with a foul called, however. Contact there by Hayes on Radic. And so Nova will get a free kick opportunity. So Radic will hoist it in. And it comes. That's off of Delagnol. Picked back up by Niblock. Mahoney. Near side. Double team pressure and Mahoney fend on the cross. And that is going to be out of the stadium. Here's game day communication in the background as they're trying to get that ball that was skied by Mahoney. Delagnol in transition, getting it the other direction. Kamara making a run. That's kept in play by Kamara, and he could have had pace to do so, but that's out of play for a Nova, Loudoun throw-in that came off a Nova defender. I think that's Kalaf. Swing the 18 earlier. Switched back to his usual 20, possibly. High cross in the air. That is well wide. Niblock. Over the top, got it to Mahoney. Nova attacking again here. Mahoney stops on a dime. Fanned on it. Niblock. Trying to send a Trivella. Somewhat of a Trivella, but he couldn't find Fuentes quite. That's instantly stopped by Niblock, and he's got an opportunity possibly. Niblock to Lyons. That's up in the air. Radomski in pursuit. Is that a play for a corner kick? Or actually, they signaled a goal kick. Excuse me, it's called a goal kick. Because that did, in fact, cleared off of. Diaz trying to make a run. Agri under pressure. Agri falls down. That's a foul. Yeah, you can see a clear push of the jersey from behind on the replay. As that's sent in. Moore able to keep that in play. This is Onwudiwe. Onwudiwe's cross caught Hartman off guard. Diaz tried to make a run, picked back up by Kamara on the other side. Kamara's cross in. Agri falls down. No foul called. It is going to be a corner kick. Take a look at the replay. Gonna get much of that. Loudoun was involved in the defense. So corner kick called here for Loudoun. Minute 57 of 90. Delagnol slowly but surely makes his way. Delagnol's cross. It's going to go back to him. Or rather, that's not going to. He'll just let that go. Thrown by Hayes, and this is Rich. That's going to trickle in, possibly. No, it's going to be a goal kick. Good defending. Nice screen that time, and Nova will go the other direction. Loudoun. Radomski. Niblock. Down the line, that's a good ball. Fuentes trying to stay onside. Fuentes plays it forward. That's Niblock. Trying to turn away. His cross in. Headed off nicely there. Picked back up though. There's an appeal. Play on, says the referee. That's straight to Wang. Katende. It's going to trickle in here. Here's a shot. Stopped by Loudoun and cleared off. Loudoun using his whole body as Onwudiwe tried shooting. Forced back to wing. Hayes. Delagnol. Fuentes able to stop it. Good defending there by Hayes. That's lofted over the top. Kamara on the run. Nice stop there. Nova in transition, not much support arriving. Radek. Niblock. Sport now finally arriving for Nova. It's Niblock still trying to make a run. Niblock, a deflected strike, and that will be caught there by Wang. Nova back the other way. Stopped straight away by Dolagnol. Nice turn to get it away. Showing a bit of skill, and then he lofts it over the top. That's offside, though, on Kamara. Kamara a bit too fast. Let's try and make the run. Good build-up, possibly, from Dolagnol as we approach. As we are already an hour of game time from the start. Niblock, the other direction, yet again for Nova. Over the top, that's Lyons on the other side. Gage Lyons tried shooting. That did not come off the referee. On Wudiwe. It's a foul. This is the foul. It's Mahoney who committed it. Or rather, no, that was Lyons who committed it. Push from behind. Multiple substitutions in for Nova. The Ismail brothers are on, Ahmed and Omar. Ahmed Ismail wearing the number 8, Omar Ismail the number 14. Two of the oldest players on the roster are on here, second and third oldest to be exact. On Wudiwe. Trying to get it past. Oh. Lobbed it in by Moore. It's going to be handball, clearly, against Agri. Nova will take it from their own half. Mahoney, Ismail, Omar to Ahmed Ismail. Nova in transition. Karloff trying to send it in. But Lions not able to make the run. Kamara able to get past, and he could be in here possibly. Abdul Kamara tries a strike straight towards Hartman. Radomski, heavy touch and given straight back. Scoring update. Virginia Beach United still leading 3-0 against Patuxent as it stands right now. One with D-Way. Trying to take on a double team. Immediately stuffed. Mahoney. Ahmed Ismail. Taylor Hood. And as we mentioned earlier, if Virginia Beach United is to draw or lose against Patuxent, then the playoff picture is wide open for the other three teams in the hunt. Bethesda SC and the Charlottesville Blues are also in the hunt. Loudoun, of course, as we mentioned earlier in the opening of the broadcast, is also one of those teams. But Those three are relying on Virginia Beach United to not win against Patuxent, but they are winning right now. Of course, that game has not ended yet because it has also started at 7 o'clock. Substitution for the Loudoun United side and the Nova side about to occur. So Ahmed Sheda is in for Michael Radomski. Alexander Diaz is off.
Number 21, David Williams.
David Williams will be subbed on for Loudoun United as we enter 65 of 90 in this game between Loudoun United and Nova. Tilahun. Mahoney. Ismail up in the air. Awkward touch then that stayed in play. Good job by Owen Rich, who's under a double team. Still Owen Rich as he tries to separate. That's immediately stopped by Tilahun, but that comes loose. David Williams, his first couple touches off the bench. No foul called on that collision. Radek over the top. Lions trying to make a run. Still Gage Lions. That was a heavy touch. Katende with relentless defending. He has been all over the Nova attack all night. All day, rather. He has been a cornerstone of this Loudoun defense. Pleasure to have you with us here on Sports Engine Play. Gesar Ngakpo alongside our DMV Sports Media crew for USL League Two regular season soccer. This is the last match day of the 2026 regular season. Sent over the top, and that is be taken back by Nova. Over the top, that's going to fall kindly for Chris Niblock. Not much support arriving for Nova. Niblock trying to take him on. Able to get a cross in. That was loose. Rebound attempt fanned on and cleared off by Kamara. Ahmed Ismail trying to get to that ball. Nova wanting a foul to be called, but a throw-in is going to be given anyway. Played forward for Lions. Radek is down. Play on, says the referee. Tilahun. Sheda. Over the top there. Omar Ismail tried maybe volleying one in, but couldn't necessarily. Put back in. Ahmed Ismail. Radek. Trying to play it for Lions, but couldn't. He goes down. That's a foul on Dal Agnell. "67 minutes gone out of the 90. There you see the collision. Free kick for Nova. Loudoun United not too happy with it. Let's see what happens. Referee just making sure all is well. So the Loudoun wall forced back here. Five-man wall here for Loudoun United as Chris Niblock will take this direct free kick. Up against Oliver Wing. It's Sheda actually, and he plays it in for Gage Lions. Took a bounce and no foul. Lions could not get the footing properly. It bounced up in the air. That was a smart draw up, but they could not execute. Sheda trying to win it back. He goes down. No foul called. Kamara over the top, trying to get it to Rich. That's nowhere. Tilahun. Long ball over the top here, and that'll be comfortably caught by Wang. Kamara will try and loft one in. Poked away. Rich trying to get to it. Omar Ismail. Niblock trying to make a run to keep it alive. Couldn't do so. Christian Moore throws in for Loudoun. Agri. Rich couldn't get it. Relentless defending. Taylorhoon fanned on it. Nope, that's a foul for contact by Rich on Taylorhoon. That'll be a free kick for Nova. Ahmed Shito will loft it in. That's too much, possibly. Omar Ismail trying to get to it. Nice screen there by Justin Melly. Wang. Hayes. Lofted there by Melly. Katende. Gave it away almost, and he did in fact do. That went out of play anyway. Shade up. Through ball attempt. So referee just making sure that throw-in will be taken properly. Radek. Shade up. Able to get it there. Omar Ismail. Down the line. Chris Niblock making a run again. Niblock, a high cross in the air. Radek is on the other side of the area. Another cross in. It's going to be out for a throw in. Niblock couldn't get to it. Christian Moore is down. Collision there. Yep, you can see there just like a touch on the shin. He stepped on him, and Moore is up. That must have definitely hurt him. Just to keep you up to date, Virginia Beach United still leading Patuxent 3-0. No goals scored in the second half of that game. As we said earlier, if Loudoun United want to make the playoffs, they must win tonight. They must win this game against Nova. They have to hope that Virginia Beach United does not win against Patuxent. As you see the offside call. And in fact, if Virginia Beach United beat Patuxent, they will clinch the 2 seed, so it doesn't matter what happens in all the other games. That includes Bethesda versus Annapolis and Charlottesville versus Lionsbridge. Of course, Loudoun United has the lowest chances out of any team to make the playoffs still, as it stands, out of the 4 that are in possible contention Flag did not go up for Gage Lions. Radic attempting to turn. That's a good ball in. So to center one in, that was too much. Ahmed Ismail for Radic. No foul called. Nova still with the ball at the moment. Omar Ismail for Niblock again. It's going to be a foul clearly against Nova, and Niblock has been booked. Let's take a look at this foul again. You can see the initial push, and then that was just, I don't think there was a, what? Run that replay back. What the? Run that replay back. Was that an ankle break? Run it back. Run it back. Okay, that was an initial push on Ismail. Is that an ankle break or missed time? I don't know. Might be wrong here. Let me look at that one more time. Apologies. Let's see. No, I don't know. So Niblock has been booked. Don't necessarily know what it was other than the ankle breaking, which in fairness, that definitely hurts. Didn't really look from that angle. Not too sure. Meanwhile, that ball's lofted over the top. One back by Loudoun. Onwudiwe on the run from Ahmed Ismail. Tried to play it in. Kamara not happy with the service. 14 minutes remaining. Shada over the top. That's a good ball in for Niblock. Got good first few touches. Niblock tried to go directly and he hit the side netting. Did have a couple options making a run. See there on the replay. And there was a possibility, but Niblock fanned on the shot. Curved a bit too much. Loudoun in transition. Onwudiwe. It's a good through ball in here. David Williams. As he collides with Mahoney, that's clearly out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick. Got a bug in our commentary position. Loudoun. So it's a Nova throw-in. Loudoun under pressure. Got it to Mahoney. Niblock. Ismail. High cross in the air. It's going to fall for Lions in the area. Support arriving for both sides. Khalaf. Mahoney. Niblock. Niblock some step overs. Tried to shoot one. That was blocked there by Christian Moore. Agri lays it off for Kamara. Kamara over the top. Trying to get it to Agri. And he'll be able to. Agri tried shooting. That's blocked by Loudoun's leg. And that's a throw-in. So throw in here for Loudoun United. And they can take all the time they need to. Loudoun United 2, Nova 1. For those of you just joining us here on Sports Engine Play, Gesar Ngakpo alongside our entire DMV Sports Media crew, welcoming you into the USL League Two soccer on Sports Engine in this, the final match day of the 2026 regular season. That's given away straight away. Shada. Play it back to Mahoney. Hartman. Ismail. It's a play. Nova throw in. Shade up. Trying to cross one in here for Lions. It's Red there. Took a touch off of Lions. Rich, a bit of an awkward deflection. Williams. Lofted back in. Mahoney will get to it. Shade up. Headed off there by Radek. Niblock trying to get there, but that'll not be enough. Justin Melly able to get to that ball. That's a Loudoun throw-in. 10 minutes left, plus stoppages in this encounter between Loudoun and Nova. Lions with a chance here for Nova. Laid off for Niblock. Niblock again. His cross in. That's iffy and turned in! Offside. Offside call. We'll have a look at the replay. That is iffy. Ooh, that's iffy, I think. Was that from the player on the far side? Definitely no foul committed in the area. That's what we know for sure. Let's take a look again. Ooh, that's iffy, you know. That's close. That's really close. I think that might have been on the service on the far side. I think that's what the call was. Not on the finish. Really? Because usually referees have a tendency to call the offside flag late. When the offside was already there, then they would call it after a goal was scored if that were to happen. Probably that might have been the mindset. Not too sure about what happened. And we've just received word that Virginia Beach United have scored a fourth goal against Patuxent. So Virginia Beach United lead Patuxent 4-0. And as it stands, Loudoun United are out of the playoff picture as that foul is called there on Ismail. Ismail couldn't get to it. Seven minutes left. Headed off by Mahoney. It's up for contention. On with D-Way. It's foul on Ismail. Take a look. Shade up. Trying to cross one in for Mahoney. Good clearance. Both collide. No foul called for either team. Ismail. Cross in the middle. And that is going to be out of play. Header from Radek that time. Rich. Turn away. That's going to slide through here, and Loudoun could seal it. It's a one-on-one opportunity stopped by Hartman. David Williams could have had tallied one off the bench, but it's going to be a throw-in for Loudoun. And what could have maybe gotten could have sealed the 3 points that time. It was point blank here for David Williams. So it'll stay 2-1. That's going to be a foul against Loudoun. Lofted there by Shade Up. It's going to fall kindly. Ismail. Taylor Hood. Up in the air. Too tall for his younger brother. It's going to be way out of here. Final stages of the second half. Loudoun 2, Nova 1. For those of you just joining us here in Sports Engine Play, Gesar Ngakpo with our entire DMV Sports Media crew. USL League 2 here on Sports Engine Play. Loudoun United 2. One of the 4 teams in the playoff picture in the Chesapeake Division. They may very well be eliminated in just a few moments because Virginia Beach United is leading Patuxent 4-0. And if that is to stay that way, then Virginia Beach United would clinch the final playoff spot from the Chesapeake Division. And that's a good ball played in for Gage Lions. Did he keep that in play? Yes, he did. Still Gage Lions here. That's played out. Ahmed Ismail. 2 minutes to go here in Raventech Park in Leesburg. Niblock. Played through for Mahoney. Trying to cross one in. Stopped by Dal Agnell. Picked back up by Lions. Niblock. Here's a cross in. That's straight to wing. Lofted over the top. Williams heads it on, but to no avail. Hartman all alone. '90th minute here at Raventech. 2-1 Loudoun United. Can Loudoun try and see their way to 3 points? Or will Nova put the final nail in the coffin to Loudoun's playoff hopes? That's a good flick on from Niblock. Mahoney. His cross in. That's loose in front. Up in the air it goes. It's cleared off. Too much for Williams. Up in the air. Tilahun. Omar Ismail. Taylor Hood. Shade up. We're past the 90 minutes here at Raventech. We'll see how much stoppages there is. Lofted over the top. Mahoney trying to get to it, and they can't do anything. So 3 minutes of stoppages here at Raventech. Loudoun 2, Nova 1. Niblock the other direction. Through ball sent in. Mahoney. Nova have been knocking on the door in the second half. Can they try and find the finish they wanted? They'll get a corner kick. Omar Ismail. His cross in. Punched away by Wing. Came out to Ahmed Ismail. Played back in. Missed header. Radek trying to play it forward, and that's cleared off by Melly. Shade up, all alone here, delivered back to Hartman. Minute gone by in stoppage time. Easily stopped there by Wang. Virginia Beach United and Patuxent have finished. Virginia Beach United have beaten Patuxent 4-0. Loudoun United are officially out of the playoff picture. That's the news we're receiving from St. Mary's Riken High School. So both teams will not play in the playoffs. It'll be represented by the 757. Lionsbridge, the 1 seed from Newport News. Virginia Beach United, the 2 seed from by the name Virginia Beach. Last bit of footy we'll see from these two teams this season. Final minute of footy here for both teams in the 2026 USL League Two season. What will we see? Can Loudoun United finish with 3 points, or will Nova ensure that they don't get the 3 that they would have needed? Niblock playing it for Mahoney. Mahoney trying to get past. Played back for Niblock. Deflected for a corner. Probably the final play of the game. In comes the in-swinger, backing for a header. Comes off. Ahmed Ismail squared it. Ahmed Ismail could have had the last word. We saw him score screamer against Patuxent just 6 nights ago. Did come really close. And we're past the 3 minutes of stoppages. We are very well past the 3 minutes of stoppages here at Raventech Park. One last kick here from Wang, and that'll do it. In it comes. Ismail. Up in the air, Lions trying to make a run. Niblock the other way. Tackle there nicely. That was applied there by Nicholas Scott, and this game is over. So Loudoun United 2 finish off with 3 points against Northern Virginia FC. 2-1 the final score here at Raventech, but Loudoun United are eliminated from the playoffs as Virginia Beach United beat Patuxent at Patuxent 4-0. And so the playoff berths for the Chesapeake Division, Lionsbridge Chesapeake Division champions, Virginia Beach United second place in the Chesapeake Division. The 757 will represent the Chesapeake Division come playoff time shortly. Northern Virginia FC, not the season that they expected to have, coming off the division championship of their own last season. They put up a respectable 18-point tally, but they do finish third from the bottom. And so it'll end here at Raventech. Loudoun United 2, Northern Virginia 1, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be it from us here from Raventech Park in Leesburg, Virginia. We'll see if us here at DMV Sports Media can bring you any coverage of the USL 2 playoffs. If we can't, and I don't think we will, then we'd like to say thank you so much for tuning in to all of our USL League Two produced broadcasts this season. It has been a pleasure for having you tuned in to the teams all across the DMV and beyond. But that'll do it here for our USL League Two coverage for the 2026 season. Bit of tempers flaring still between Nova and the referees. Both teams out of playoff contention. For all of us here, for our entire DMV Sports Media crew, and not just this on-site crew, but all the people that have been covering USL 2 games this season, my name is Gesar Ngakpo, saying so long and good night from Raventech Park as it finishes Loudoun United 2, Northern Virginia 1.